do my raffle for me, so we can meet up.
Someone raffled with you now.
That right, that's fine.
So, I'll bet you
He's got a big ugly club and a head full of like great big lions and grizzly bears. He's the toughest man that is alive, wearing clothes from a wildcat's hide. He's the king of the jungle jive. Look at that caveman go. He rides through the jungle, tearing limbs off of trees. Now the great big monsters dead on their knees. They know better.
Okay. Few large ducks there down the border. 3 family farms to run. Must keep you busy. How are Helen and the children like it? Not missing fine too much.
When Western Kilmarnock was all very well, but we're really settled down here in Berwickshire. The land's good, the crops grow, and it doesn't rain too much. Perfect what father and I had in mind. Mainly sheep and cattle, but a wee bit of arable for variety. Of course, in 1942, when we moved down here, farming was the bee's knees. We had to feed the nation. Price of land was very favourable. At Kilmarnock, we were tenants, and now we own our own farm, so there's not many farmers who turn that down.
Well, you should hear what they're saying down in England. People who don't know any better saying how farmers made a fortune out of the war.
It's not our fault the men from the ministry to give us such good prices. Someone had to grow the crops that we couldn't import. No, the move to the borders has suited everyone really well, but of course we've got 5 mouths to feed now, and I don't think any of the 4 girls are going to get into farming. I'm hoping our young lad Jim, he'll take over here at Eatington eventually, once grandfather and his uncle have gone. Well, he's a really good help to the sheep already. Oh, that'll just be Jim.
Your Jim? Your son?
Aye, just taking the Albus round the yard.
Where is it? I mean, the car's moving, but I can't see anybody in it. It's completely empty.
Ah, he'll be in there. He's just changing the gear. His legs are too short to reach the pedals, you see, so he falls off the seat and goes on the floor to do it. He'll pop back up in a minute to see where he's going.
The family car, is it?
Albus Mark 20. He's made himself quite at home in it.
And how old is Jim these days?
He's 10. Aye, 10 in March. I'll have him driving the tractor for the harvest this year, give him 6pence a day. That's not bad for a 10-year-old. He does like to drive.
Too busy watching the races. Come on, you've got to see these cars.
I want to, I do, but my dad.
Come on, don't tell me you're too scared of your dad to come and see some of the best cars you'll ever see in your entire life.
That's easy for you to say. Your dad isn't like my dad.
What about you? Your dad's not like his dad.
No, but my mum is.
Come on, the pair of you. We won't stay long, you've just got to come.
Giuseppe Farina Nino, rich, privileged son of Italy's famous Farina motor design family and the world's first Grand Prix champion. Driving for Ferrari that day, October the 11th, 1952, at Charterhall Racetrack, Berwickshire, thunderously revving the 4.5-litre V12 engines of Tony Vanderbilt Vanwall Special!
Equally Belge, Johnny Cleese, the former jazz trumpeter turned racing driver, roaring down that Charterhall straight in his 1.5-litre Gordini T15.
And as for Maserati, Prince Bira of Siam, or by his nom de course, B. Bira, at the wheel of his 4 CLT 48 with Oscar V1 engines. Wow. Sterling Moss in a 2-litre ERA G-Type with Bristol 6 engines. There was gentleman racer Sir Jamie Scott Douglas of aristocratic Borders stock. Ken Wharton, Peter Whitehead, Berwickshire farmer Jimmy Somerville, Edinburgh-born Ian Stewart, and Derby man Reg Parnell of Aston Martin.
Winner that day, Bob Gerrard in his ERA A-Type.
Wow.
Did anyone notice the 16-year-old boy standing at the trackside, transfixed in the cars and the sport? Only if I could drive like that. Drive faster than that.
What, in your father's old tractor? With a couple of sheepdog hanging off the back, no doubt. I can just see you now, motoring past the steading at 10 miles an hour. Look out, sheep, here comes Jimmy.
No, I'd get a real racing car. A real high-performance racing car. Perfectly balanced, sweet on the corners, and super fast.
And where are you going to get that from? Your old man
I'm gonna buy it for you. I can see him now. Oh, Jim, I can tell from the way you've been driving my tractor that you're obviously gonna be a great racing driver. So I bought a couple of Ferraris for you. Take them up the top field any time you like.
I'll get my driving license next year. In my first car. Maybe I should ask Feather about a motorbike before that.
No way you're not getting a motorbike. They're far too dangerous.
Dad, please. The girls have all got cars and you won't even let me have a bike.
If you were on a bike, had an accident, and I've seen the way you drive around the yard, you'd probably kill yourself. Anyway, if you had a motorbike, your mother would be beside herself every time you went out on one.
I'm almost 17. I'll drive really carefully, I promise. My old bicycle's far too slow.
No, Jim, and that's the end of it. Anyway, you need to start thinking about helping out on the farm, not thinking about motorbikes.
I lost it again at the first pit stop.
What did you that easily beat?
Stop the tires, though.
Well, I've never seen anything quite like this before. The Lotus of Jim Clark just flew out of the pits and stormed after Foyt. Unbelievable! The Scotsman has made up a massive 11-second gap to overtake Foyt, and now just piles on the pace, extending his lead lap after lap. How does he do it?
Who is Jim Clark, anyway?
You know, heard of Jim Clark? He came second to Parnelly Jones in 1963. First time he entered. Should have won some people reckon. He's from England. Ah, he's from Scotland. Well, practically England.
Oh, looks like Foyt's in trouble now.
Come on, man. Nobody beats AJ Foyt, whether they're from England or Scotland.
Well, some European guy did win the Indy once.
That was a Frenchman. We've had 1920. Hasn't happened for 45 years.
Well, that's always the second time.
Well, we'll see. Anyway, there's not been yet. And these Lotuses, they're super unreliable. Anything could happen.
Well, it's just happening, isn't it? That guy Clark. What a driver. What a guy.
He's a whole 2 laps ahead of the field, and he's not giving up. Scotsman Jim Clark in a Lotus 38 is heading to win this year's Indy. What a race! And there he goes through the checkered Clark has won the 1965 Indianapolis 500. Averaging more than 150 miles an hour, he won with only 4 other cars on the lead lap. All the rest of the finishers at least 2 laps behind. Jim Clark, America salutes you.